Okay, let's continue. As you're
So I,
busy disassembling a light fixture and wiring some stuff together, with the body slowly cooling behind you, you hear a voice which says, "Sir, please raise your hands above your head very slowly. This is the police. You are under arrest."
buff my
Do you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this way?
If you want to buff anything, stamina is probably the way to go first.
I'm thinking this. Hold on. I want to buff but can you use stamina to run?
It's usually dexterity to run unless it's like a real endurance thing or swimming or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would
Especially
be
with
because I'll be chasing
vampires,
me.
because our muscles don't really exert themselves in the same way as a mortal does. So dexterity generally matters for vampires even more than mortals. So
Going to buff my dexterity, raise my hands, and slowly rise.
You just stay right there and don't move.
I run.
Up the stairs?
No, I run out the door because I'm next to the door, am I not?
No,
No.
not really. You are in the corridor next to the body. The door being somewhat.
I turn around fast. In that case, I try to turn around real quick and hold him down, like put him in a grapple.
I would say that the two cops had.
Oh, there's two cops. You didn't say there were two cops.
One of
You
them wasn't
didn't-
speaking. And you're getting shot now.
luckily,
But-
they don't realize they need to shoot for the head.
Okay, one
Oh,
of
that is a
them
thing.
manages to wing you. That's 3 points of bashing. Okay, so you take 1 point of bashing damage. Where are you on the health scale at crippled?
I'm at mauled.
You're screwed.
I sure am.
You
I'm gonna
can't
buff
even
my-
move close enough to them. I don't think.
I'm gonna buff my stamina. A 3 point.
You sure you don't want to ignore wound penalties and heal at least heal a point of bashing?
He's out of willpower.
You should still heal a point of bashing.
I can
because
still
that's
do
way
3
more
points. I can
important
still.
than
I
actually
can
not
use
doing it.
up to 5 points. I think I'm gonna use.
You can use up to
Yeah,
3 points.
I can use
At
up 3
mauled,
points. I
you're
will.
moving at 3 yards / meters
Shouldn't
per
he willingly
Okay, so
enter
2 points
frenzy as
stamina
well?
and then 1 point to heal bashing.
Like,
Willingly frenzying is actually a merit, and not generally something that's.
I'm pretty sure it
normally
said something
done.
about if you have instinct, you can at any time frenzy.
No, not
No.
really.
No.
Hmm.
Okay.
Jekyll,
I mean,
take a look at your settings. I'm starting to hear an echo again, by the way.
you could certainly cause something that would make you frenzy, and then you could do it that way. But not normally can you just willy-nilly frenzy.
My bloodlust is up. I want to down him.
Dying. I'm dying here. He's already expressed he wants to end this.
Well, you're terrible at maintaining the masquerade, and the kitty gloves are off.
I
Yeah.
really don't care about the masquerade in this character, though.
You stop
Well-
right there, or we'll put you down where you stand, you monster!
You should have cared about it enough to not end up in a situation with the police on your ass.
Just shush. Shush now. Okay, so I've buffed my strength. I've healed up my bashing. My
If you're
hands.
taking another point, or another turn to... are you raising your hands in there as you're healing and buffing the stamina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are aiming for your head right now. No more warning shots, bitch. On your knees now. I said now!
How far away are they?
Far enough away that you couldn't get there in a single turn with your current wound penalties.
Oh man.
We already knew that because they weren't difficulty 4.
You would just
Okay,
about
I'm going
succeed
to-
in putting yourself in point blank if you went towards them.
I was muting myself again. I was trying to say while I lower myself to my knees, I'm going to buff myself 2 points on my stamina, and now I'm at 6 points stamina while I'm lowering to my knees, and now I'm on my knees.
Okay. That's right. You just stay right there, you bastard.
Oh, second. So I'm at. Let me double check here. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm screwed.
Let's roll some perception alertness. Alright. One of them says that, listen, I think something's wrong with him. Something's really off about him. Hey, you, what the fuck are you on? Pocket still bulging with pills, I assume.
Did you mute yourself again?
I sure did. I said I need help. Man, like Skype is doing this thing where I do the push to talk thing, but it randomly turns off my muted microphone, like by itself. So when I do the push to talk thing, I actually end up muting myself.
Yeah.
And then you're hearing me when I think I'm muted.
Can't help you much with that because I don't use push to talk.
Alright.
That's weird.
So, you say you need help. Okay. That is...
That's very much the truth.
yeah, but that sounds like charisma expression to me.
None of which I have.
You can roll 1d10.
No charisma.
Huh, buddy. Face down, on the floor, hands behind your back.
Where?
It wouldn't so happen that I've used my Auspex level 2 enough to get Auspex level 3 yet, right? Right.
Not...
I'm trying to think of something to get out of this. Hold on.
I said now, bitch! Move it!
Yeah. I heard you, ST. I'm saying that out of character. So with 8 dexterity, I think I'm just going to. Is that not enough to get over? Like to actually try to get to them?
No, because your dexterity no longer matters for most of your wounds. Unless you healed up to... Let's see.
Keep in mind, you're already
Okay.
on your knees. You would have to spend half your movement to essentially get up. And actually, yes, you can only take an action or move at this point, even if you heal. Since you've healed up to wounded, yeah, you could...
You can only choose to move or attack, and you can't do both at the same time anymore.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up and try to run.
Alright, so
This is a
getting
bad
up
decision.
would be an action. Which means that
Yeah.
they take their shots.
Headshots.
Yes, they are.
Hopefully I'll win.
I'm not sure that you will. Actually.
I'm probably not.
That's the first damage, and roll high! Big money!
Nope.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, I get to soak
Roll
twice.
twice. 2 and 1. You have 6. You're good.
Though. Okay.
Although they did just see themselves shoot you in the head, and, well, something happens. ST, what happened?
What happens? The bullets
They should be
just,
scared.
On both sides of his heads, they just curve around the outside, leaving groove in the flesh, which does not bleed, and Anton just looks at them coldly.
Didn't even get one. It didn't even go through my head. That's what they saw. It just
Yeah.
grazed me.
Yep.
I run.
Right past them, like at them, or back up the stairs.
I'm not gonna go back upstairs. I've seen enough horror movies to see how that screws people over. Let's see.
They are between you and the exit you know about right now.
Use 2 more points to buff my blood blood buff my stamina again. So now I'm at 8.
Mm-hmm.
8 dexterity, 8 stamina.
Keep in mind your dexterity, depending on when you buffed it, is gonna wear off, like next turn, I think.
Why are we not in combat right now?
You are, but you have been taking actions, and
It's pseudo combat. We're doing combat actions, but we're not
Try to
really
run
going
past
into
them.
the turns.
I'm gonna try and run past them.
Otherwise, you might have actually been screwed even more. So,
keep in
I'm gonna try to run
mind
past.
that you can only move at half the jogging speed, I believe. And
it says running, actually. Half running speed, if he's all out running.
even so, they would still be able to take a shot at you as you run.
That's okay.
They could certainly chase him and still shoot at him.
Yes.
I'm gonna die.
Alright, so, make me a dexterity check at difficulty 8 to squeeze past them in cramped quarters, as they're gonna take another set of shots at you as you do that. Alright, that is enough to push past them. What would a cop's courage be? At least 3 above average.
At least 3, probably 4 in most cases.
Okay. One of them just shakes his head as you start rushing at them and drops his gun. Just sinks down to the floor and clutches his head by the wall. The other one, on the other hand, keeps his presence of mind and attempts to shoot you in the head at point blank range.
Okay. Boom. That's not good enough. I'm down.
They see there's just a spray of blood as you're right in his face, as you get thrown backward by the impact and just slide
Hey,
along.
can I use my last blood point? Can I use my last blood point to heal up to crippled?
You can, or you could stay at incapacitated. You're not gonna slip into torpor. This might be a situation where, and I am gonna be generous and give you a freebie bit of advice, you might want to just play dead.
At incapacity, you literally can just play dead.
I'll do that.
You hear them talking faintly. Jim, did you see that? Did you see that? The bullets, they did nothing. There's something wrong with him. No. Tom was right. There are no things in this world. Why did I stay on that force? And the other guy is just trying to console. He's dead. He's dead. I blew his fucking brains out. It's okay. He's dead. Just some crazy druggie. It's okay. 5 minutes later or so, well, not even 5 minutes, let's say 2 minutes later, they both go outside to wait for reinforcements and a coroner. As they assume that you are very much dead and not going anywhere. How would you like to proceed?
Oh god, this sucks so much.
You know, I'm still curious whenever this group will ever find out what the words teamwork might even mean. But hey,
I was out doing something. And
Yeah.
the only person that would actually help was Bacon. So
You know,
no, you could have come and requested some help from any of us, and some of us might have actually decided to.
I
Yeah.
thought you were doing stuff with the other guy though. So, all right.
yeah, essentially this is while you are studying Lin and doing things with him. But yeah, one of those cops with 4 courage managed to get a 2-die botch, so you're lucky he didn't take a shot as well, or you would probably be in torpor now.
Okay, so Epic. Should I continue to play dead?
I have two. I can give recommendations.
At this
All right.
point, you hear a door creak open, as apparently someone else lives here and is a very curious onlooker, and you hear a faint gasp as someone takes in the carnage.
Okay, so not giving recommendations. All right.
Aw. How far away is that person?
You have no idea in your dazed state, you just know that they are somewhere in the general vicinity.
Can I use my Auspex?
No. Not in
Okay.
your current state, you can't. Essentially, you
You
can't
do need-
make any types of perception checks, which means that your perception is at its most basic level.
Basically, you're incapacitated, but you're a vampire, so you're not technically completely unconscious. That doesn't stop you
play-
from
I'm
being
gonna-
unable to do stuff.
I'm gonna play dead.
Alright. 5 minutes later or so, the cops come back in, and there's, well, one of the cops that was already there, and at least 2 others. And you feel yourself getting, well, you hear them taking photographs and discussing the crime scene, actually.
Just gonna play dead.
Alright. Eventually, you are put in a black body bag and you feel yourself being moved and placed down on some surface somewhere, and then you hear the motor of a car starting as you are driven off somewhere.
Okay.
Are you gonna play
This
that
is
through
so
the
This is so bad.
Are you gonna play that
I'm gonna
through
see where this
the
goes.
autopsy as well? Because that ends in an incinerator, you know, probably.
Or at the very least, you going into torpor because they're now cutting into you.
Well, yeah,
Depending
that,
on
but
how
yeah.
late it is, the coroner might not even be in.
they
First
might,
things first.
they might not.
Do that. I don't know. I don't think that's actually procedure that they start autopsy immediately. I think
No, they
procedure is
won't.
They try to,
But
proce-
you're basically
procedure is
going
they try
to.
to find your next of kin, in which he would look in my wallet and not find any identification or anything on me.
Well, I was going to point this out. Whenever you decide to wake up, they probably took all your stuff.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any of that on you. It's all evidence at this point.
Yeah, you're naked right now.
yeah.
Well, not naked, but anything other than your lower layer of clothes is in a police bag at the moment, and the rest will be disassembled when you get
Well, I
to
didn't
the
have anything
examination
on me.
room.
Anything on me but some money. So
Yeah, you would have your money essentially. like what, the $200 you got for looking at the guys for Bob.
Yep.
That's an odd amount of money for someone to be just carrying around.
You have permanent fangs, don't you?
I do.
Good to know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you felt them pull back your lips as they took photographs.
When does this happen?
On the crime
When
scene with
they're
three
getting
cops
all-
standing over you.
Wait a second. What now? When did this happen?
When they were
The crime
standing-
scene.
Yes, with lots of cops
You know, the
around
normal
you.
thing they do.
Do they normally take pictures of people's teeth at the crime scene?
Yes!
If they
When
notice
they have
that there's-
fangs.
when they notice that something is wrong with them, they do.
They take pictures of all suspected pieces of evidence.
Let me add
You're a
yeah,
giant piece of evidence.
let me just add a tick towards the FBI raid right now.
I get a feeling
Yeah.
that this is not at all the way that she would have done this, Epic. The way you're talking.
No.
All right, so
No, it isn't.
well, I guess I'm just gonna die.
Eventually, you are wheeled.
all right.
into
Can I
a-
give him a recommendation? Can I give him a recommendation before anything goes too much further and he is beyond hope?
He's not beyond hope yet. I will let you give a recommendation when he's approaching that point. I want to see if he can dig himself out, because it will be a lot more
Son of
fun
a-
that way.
It's about to get ridiculously tough, though. Shit.
Anton, you are wheeled into a cold room, and from what you can hear, there's no one around at this point.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, well, now you're up to luck. Let's see how your luck turns out.
Yeah.
How would you like to proceed?
My plan was to get a loan with the coroner, but that's not happening.
You've already pointed out he's probably not in tonight and will come in during the day. Good luck.
It is
Coroner's
very
usually come-
late in the night. It's like, at this point, 4:30.
What time does the sun come up?
Oh, in about an hour and a half, I would say.
Oh, so I gotta really get on this. So I'm gonna heal up, I think.
Alright. You heal up 1 point. You look around. It is very dark.
Can I tell him the easiest thing he could have done to escape? Just
Alright,
the easiest one.
go ahead.
You could have woke up in the damn van, and the locks on those back of those doors are made so that they can open regardless. You could have just jumped out, you idiot.
Well, I didn't think that way.
By the way,
I didn't
your
think-
buffs would have definitely worn off by now.
Yes. So I have no blood at all.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to get it from the corpses around you.
I
Would you
could.
like to attempt to bite a half-decayed corpse? Or
I'd
drink-
look for the freshest one.
So yeah, and the reason I said you're particularly screwed now.
Alright,
Say hello!
please roll your one charity perception die. Actually, no, you're at -5, it would be perception medicine, so you might get 2 or 3. Yes, you would get 3. Okay, so roll perception medicine.
Nope.
Okay, the dice gods say nope. You sink your fangs into a likely looking corpse and lose yourself in a frenzy of feeding. I want stamina rolls at difficulty 8. Up to 5 successes, extended roll.
I botched. Did I frenzy? What's going on here?
You may add 3 blood points to your system.
How bad off am I?
Well, actually, in some ways, this is at least a way out.
Okay.
You end up spewing most of the blood over the floor as it is decayed and dead, but somehow your body manages to absorb at least some nourishment from it. Also, roll perception. What would it be in this case? I think perception awareness is the way we ruled it. So roll me some perception awareness at difficulty 8.
Well,
Also,
just
I'm in a
fill up
survival
a point from
to take the thing.
I was
No.
actually about to say that awareness is specifically for supernatural things. Is some supernatural going on?
It's tied to the supernatural. It's in this case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's indirectly. Well, pretty directly actually. So yes.
Just checking, because I was like, huh.
Okay, you get the distinct feeling that something about your body has just changed, and not for the better.
oh man, I've been poisoned or something. Something's going on.
Well, you're probably just diseased.
That's okay. I don't care to give diseases to people.
You really should. Just saying.
That
Also,
was-
depending, most pathogens actually die in 24 hours, so
Yeah,
most have been some
but
pretty fresh corpses.
Mhm.
If it
It's not
had been like
surprising.
a very old corpse, he wouldn't have been able to get any blood from it. That shit doth spoil if it's not properly conserved.
Okay, is there any other corpses around?
Would you like to try and bite another corpse?
Well, I have more dice now. I would see if I could.
Okay, roll
And I didn't watch.
perception medicine at what was the original at 6? So it would go up to 7 because you're trying again.
Aw, and I just botched.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh yeah, and just to remind you, he botched his frenzy roll. He isn't stopping that tonight.
That isn't a frenzy roll.
That wasn't.
it
Yeah.
wasn't?
I was in a blood frenzy, he said. I wasn't frenzying. I was just ravenous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Up to him.
So how am I
So-
gonna screw you for this?
Well, you've already you've got a lot to work with here. So
Bad decision.
we still first things first. We haven't decided if I'm in a hospital or in a police station because both are procedure. So
First of all,
most
it's like
likely.
having diablerized you without getting sick now.
The most likely thing is you're probably in the police station. They tend to do that with you know.
I did say that they
Evidence.
were gonna examine you for evidence. That is true.
Which means that
Okay.
that also explains why there's not many corpses there. They don't generally keep them there for any
that's
real
what I'm
amount of time.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Because there's a possibility I could be in a hospital or in a police station.
What do you
But
have
okay.
for flaws? Repelled by crosses, eh? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everyone do repelled by crosses?
Because
Okay.
it's fun.
Okay, that was a botch. Give me another set of stamina rolls. And add 2 blood points to your system.
Okay. How many stamina rolls do I need to do?
Up
And at what
to
difficulty?
5 successes at 8.
Okay, get 5 successes. Get 5 successes. You want 5 successes.
It's not happening.
You're at 2. 3.
Keep rolling. This is the one I would really... Yes, he does fail. Excellent. Excellent.
You know, you're right. You really don't need to do anything.
I really don't. Okay, Nietzsche, as you feel the same feeling you had before when draining this very diseased blood. You look down on the corpses and you finally notice some black splotches on them. Apparently they
Oh,
were
God.
infected with a flesh-eating bacteria of some kind, which you have now contracted, and which are now mutating off of your vampire blood.
You made
Well,
a
that's
super
not-
virus.
Do is go to torpor for a few weeks, and it'll be fine.
Yes, going to torpor, you're not gonna get eaten down to the bone in that time.
No, seriously, if he empties
Yeah.
his blood pool and goes into torpor, it will die eventually.
Jackalor, don't,
There.
Jackalor, don't give people advice, you're gonna get someone killed.
Don't worry, I think I already killed somebody because I gave you the advice to read the red list.
So I'm on the red list now? What?
No. But he knows how this can work in canon, so...
Yes, that is where I got the idea originally.
Yes,
You are right.
but the
Epic.
being put on the red list because of carrying mutated diseases is a thing. Epic. Not epic. Niche.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jackalor.
Oh, God.
Let him
Let's,
just work out how fucked he is on his own. So, you are somewhere, you have some blood in your system. How do you wish to proceed?
I don't know how I wish to proceed. I'm lost. Let's see.
Do you wish to spend a destiny point at this point? The last one we have.
No one's gonna get. No,
No.
one's gonna agree to this. Because it's just me.
You poor bastard.
Yeah, I'm pretty screwed. What are my ways out? What are my options on that? What do I see in the room?
There are a couple of lockers and a pair of tables.
Okay.
You might want to possibly check for something else, too. Maybe.
You can... Essentially, there would be, I suppose, a set of vivisection tools.
Okay, I'm going to, and I'm naked, so I'm looking for clothes.
I think
Or-
no. We stated you're not naked. You're on your
Okay.
underclothes, basically.
Essentially,
Or
you have,
you know.
you have your jeans and your shirt on.
Mhm.
Okay. That's what I was wearing to begin with, right?
More or less, yes.
Okay, so I didn't. Okay.
Pockets are empty, all that stuff, and
You're
there's a
still
couple
splattered
holes.
with
What is-
blood. There's a piece
What's in the
of
room that I can
bone and
take?
brain.
What's in the room that I can get?
Knives, scalpels, the like, pretty much.
Is there anything else? Can I roll intelligence investigation or
There's
perception
a-
investigation?
There's a couple of white sheets. And there's blood sprayed everywhere from when you puked up what your body couldn't absorb. Including all over your jeans and your clothing, by the way.
Okay. No guns.
No.
This isn't an armory, unfortunately, little vampire.
So
They're
I have
not
no
gonna
melee,
keep
that's
you-
why.
They're not gonna keep you with their shotguns.
what's in the lockers?
I mean, like meat lockers, like body lockers, that kind of lockers.
Okay. There are no lockers around though.
Now, I would assume there wouldn't be.
That's
Yeah.
weird. They usually do have lockers at places like this, but okay.
Would they have
Maybe
it in
not
that
this room.
specific room? I would think they would have a different room for lockers and that kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly.
It just depends. It really just depends. On
I'll admit your experience trumps mine up by a lot on that subject, but
like I have a lot of experience in police stations. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
yeah, definitely.
I don't have that experience. I've just seen a lot of cop shows. I
No
watched
one
The
listens
Wire.
to cop shows. A lot of them are bullshit.
I watched The Wire. So that's where I'm getting a lot of my stuff.
Be ashamed of yourself.
Machine gun wielding CSI operatives.
Let's see. So I'm trying to explore my options here. I have to get out. Obviously, I have to leave. There's no way I can leave without being noticed.
So you fight your way out, right?
That's not going to work because it's a building full of cops. I assume it's slow since it's night. Because it's usually slower at night.
You can assume that. Do you want to stake your life on it?
No, I'm just saying I'm assuming it right now. I'm not doing anything. I'm really just saying my thoughts out loud. Okay, so
Jackalore, come on.
there's one door to leave, right?
I'll be honest, I only have 2 ideas on how you could possibly get out of this.
Well, don't even mention it if you're not going to tell me.
Yes, there is a door.
Is there a vent?
There would probably be a vent.
Is it in the ceiling or is it is it one of those vents in the floor, or not the floor, but the wall?
Let's see. Let's see if you can find it. Roll perception investigation for me. In the dark.
Well, I
Yeah.
got 2 10s.
Yeah, you can see a vent in the ceiling.
I wonder where that goes. I'm going to take all the utensils that I've seen previously, such as the scalpels and the hospital gear and such.
Alright. All the unspeakable little twisty things.
I mean all those unspeakable twisty things. What is that?
You know, for pulling your brains out of your nose, that kind of thing. Actually, you would probably know what all of those are with your medicine, wouldn't you?
I was about to say, you've never had surgery done. Because I don't think those exist like that.
They actually do exist. It's just they wouldn't usually do it in that situation, or rather, they are very specialized.
That would be like
Not
neurology
put 'em-
and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take that, and there was nothing else in the room.
Other than a couple of white sheets and the bodies. No. Said bodies would have been. Well, yeah, they would have been mostly naked, actually. They would have been Actually, no, let me think. We did say they were relatively fresh, right? So, yes, they would have had their shirts and jeans and belts still. So
I'm gonna check and see if they got anything, and probably take one of their get some clean clothes from them.
Okay, you can exchange your clothes and you can get a pair of belts from them.
A belt, but
If you decide you want to use them to help your escape, I mean.
I'll do that. I'll wad it up, and I'm going to try to climb through the vent.
Alright. You attempt to open the vent. It appears to be screwed shut.
I could open it with my scalpel, probably.
Alright.
It's not impossible.
It's very hard, but not
uh,
possible.
Give me a Dex Crafts at difficulty 7. Actually, no, I could make it 8, but let's go with 7. I'm gonna assume that your Auspex helps you with the low light and it's just the awkward positioning that's fucking with you. On top of the improvised tools.
Aww.
Apparently you can't. You actually somehow managed to break off the scalpel's blade. You are now down 1 scalpel.
Wouldn't that happen if it botched?
No, if you botched, you would have broken... How many scalpels in one of those sets? Like 3, 4? Yeah, if you botched, you would have broken all of them.
I have 4 strength. Is there any... Well, I don't want to make any noise.
It is essentially a metal grate and it does not look too thick. You could attempt to rip it or saw through it in some way. There is a bone saw in among the tools. You could attempt it. It would make noise.
How fortified is this room?
There are no windows to the outside. You have no idea. The floor and the walls look to be, for the most part, concrete, as does the ceiling, actually.
Can I use my aspects to see how much is going on outside?
You can roll perception alertness with auspex. And
What's the difficulty on that?
It's probably gonna be pretty high.
I would say a base of 8, so you can hear faint voices in the distance, but it's difficult to tell through all the walls and doors just exactly where they are or exactly how many there are, what they're saying, but there doesn't appear to be any activity you can hear up right next to you at the moment.
Can I try to do another break through the or use another scalpel to open it?
Yes, but keep in mind, it passes time as well when you do that.
Yes, I know, but I have to get out.
Alright, you may make another attempt.
My only other option is to fleshcraft my face and try to walk out. Which, yeah, that's not going to work.
It would be difficult, given that this is probably a restricted area.
And you're kind of covered in blood.
He
Well, not
did
anymore.
decide to change his clothes, so it's just a few splatters on his face.
Okay.
I mean, I could wipe my face, dude. Come on.
Okay, the blood is and the gore is now wiped all over your face like war paint.
I had sheets.
Alright, you wipe your face in the sheets, making it very clear that someone has been cleaning himself up in this room.
Okay.
Of course, given
Try
that it's
to-
a dry wipe, you probably have a few streaks of blood here and there, but hopefully they're not too noticeable.
Okay. I'm going to...
Could I wait one moment. Could I point something out that might screw him even more?
Oh, please do. I'm all for realism when it's
Why
comes
do
to
you
players.
want to?
So, do you wish to clean yourself? Because there looks to be some like a shower right over there.
He
No, I'm not
has
gonna do
5
that.
in medicine. He wouldn't know any medical doohickeys that could theoretically, you know.
Okay, then let me just put it this way: all places with contamination centers of any kind are required to have an emergency shower / eye squirty thing for any kind of emergency. With I got
This
blood
is
in
true.
my eyes and all that kind of shit.
True. You have to be able to flush your eyes. And I would assume this
And-
is a room with a sink in it. So
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, yes, you wash yourself.
I'm going to do
If
that.
you
I was
decided
going
to use the
wipe my
shower,
face.
it would have set an alarm though.
I was going to just wipe my face on the sheets. I'm not going to turn anything on that makes noise.
So you're not using the sink. I was just about to make someone roll perception alertness at difficulty 9.
No, not doing that.
No, really, I was going to
I
have
just don't want people to be
someone-
able to look at me from a distance in the dark of night and see that I'm covered in blood, because that looks weird. But yeah, I'm going to try to open this lock again with
Alright.
my Dix Crafts. And what's the difficulty on that?
Well, since this is a second attempt, it would go up to 8.
It's not going to work.
Zing!
Oh.
So I would say that that's 5 minutes I've spent just drinking blood, another 5 cleaning yourself up and exchanging clothing, and another 10 on the 2 attempts to get through the thing, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an hour and 10 minutes left to make it back home before the sun rises. How would you like to proceed, Nietzsche?
But I'm so screwed.
Please, Jackalor, can you think of a way out?
Oh, Jackalor.
I can think of a way out.
Jackalor decided to step away, so Jackalor can't help you.
Ah,
Jackalor
okay.
wants me dead anyways. Jackalor's mad at me.
So, yeah, apparently I'm the only one here. And I have a way out. But, well, apparently I can't.
Roll
You're not allowed
spontaneous
to say.
inside, crazy little Malkavian. Okay, you get a vague, fleeting image of perhaps your own party's stupidity being the greatest threat you face, but you do not get a specific way in which that is currently threatening you. You just get a feeling that in the long term that is probably gonna screw you, and that part of that is going right now, somewhere,
Yep,
in some way.
yep. I kind of figured that the Malkavian won't be able to really act until the next night.
Am I
Okay.
at table?
You are still at table, and the Zamiti is about to get his ass killed. He's
Yeah, I'm not
currently
dead.
locked in a morgue below the police station. If you watch the or listen rather to the video, since you can't watch them because shit, but if you listen to the videos, I think you'll enjoy how he managed to get their bacon.
It was pretty epic. Okay, so
Let me just
Can I
say
at
that
least-
it involved a 50-year-old fat prostitute.
say she was fat.
Yes, he said she was
That's
huge.
amazing. That even makes it even better. Look at you, body shaming. Okay. Shouldn't do that.
Oh, don't you fucking start with that bullshit!
Shouldn't be body shaming. I bet you. What's another really stupid thing? Okay, I gotta get through this. Alright. Can I get a hint? Is Epic gonna give me a hint?
Don't
Or as I
look
said,
at him, he can't save you here!
Well, he said he had an idea, so.
I actually have two, but one of them isn't a good one. In fact, neither are good ones, but they could work.
What are they?
I'm not allowed to tell you yet.
Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Alright. I can't walk out that door.
Luckily,
Good.
one of them will not require almost any time, so we can get really desperate before that point.
Good to know! Final deadline
I
set to 15 minutes before sunrise for Epic's idea.
I can't just walk out that door. So I have to find some way to get that open. So I'm gonna try again.
Alright, it's difficulty 9 now.
Oh gosh. You know, now that it's difficulty 9, it's starting to seem less and less.
Well, that's
Like
the
I
way
wanna
it
use that.
goes.
Oh gosh, I forgot I used that many. Okay,
How many scalpels would there be in one of those sets? Do you have
Probably
a...
not more than maybe 6 or 7. I don't know
We
personally.
did say
You might-
3 or 4. Nietzsche, do you have a number?
do I have a number of
Yeah.
how it would
Yeah.
be?
You
Yeah.
use scalpels sometimes, right?
I never use scalpels.
You've seen scalpels before, right?
Typically in a set, they're not really scalpels. They have just so many different other kinds of tools. I would say 4 or 5, but they would be different sizes.
Okay, so
That's
let's
the idea.
say you
But there'd be
have
like
4.
scissors and things like that too.
Yeah, let's say you have 4 scalpels. You used up 2, you have 2 left.
Okay. Well, one's a weapon. What can can I do? Let's Hey, Jack, do you have any ideas how to get out of here? Because I'm dying. I'm going to die.
Jackalor watches with a slowly creeping smile of satisfaction on his face as he stays silent.
I deserve it.
No. I'm not satisfied by this. I'd be satisfied if he was I was allowed to diabolize him. Then I'd be
He wants
satisfied.
to eat you first.
To be
Here's
fair,
the thing. Here's the thing, Jack. If I die, you stay like that for a very long time.
It would take an 8 gen or below the meat seed to fix you, I think. Because it is
Yeah, you
inflicted
are-
by flesh crafting.
You are Quasimodo. As it stands now.
the good news is at least we'll get our one partner that's a table eventually back.
Oh no, he's gonna look like crap too. I had Nietzsche roll to me secretly as to how that would turn out.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry, my dicey idea is definitely viable. I'm not allowed to tell
I had a
you.
whole thing about how I was gonna screw you for your past stupidity. But
How about current stupidity? How's
But-
that working?
but that was gonna kick in like next night, 2 nights from now, something like that. And
Oh,
you
I gotta
managed
go.
to steal a march on me.
Come on. This ain't that bad.
Yeah, you just need to make, difficulty 9 roll to get out. Maybe.
No, I'm screwed. I'm gonna do one difficulty 9, but it's going to botch.
You never know.
I do know.
Let me just prepare the perception roll.
Oh my gosh!
Do you?
I told you. You never know.
What is your specialization on dexterity?
Did I have a specialization?
You
On
would,
Did you have 4 dexterity?
you would have had to, in theory. But
I
you
don't have 4 dexterity. I have 2. I rolled wrong.
How do you? Yes, you do, according to your sheet.
But I'm taking wound penalties.
Yes, but you would still have the specialization. And why the fuck is your sheet not filled out on Google Drive? What is this madness?
Oh, because I have like 3 tests a week lately, and I don't pay attention. Sorry. I'll fix it.
Sigh. I'm supposed to be
Okay.
able to look this up. What's your specialization
Yeah.
on that? What did we agree on?
Which reminds me, after this session, it'll be a month, so I'll be updating that.
I don't remember picking a specialization for dexterity.
You need...
Okay, then you just don't benefit from any specializations until you do.
Can we go with
No,
Can we go with-
no. You're not picking one on the spot if you had not done it in advance because you need.
Well, I
it
wouldn't
right
go
now
with
to
it
survive.
now, but I'm sitting here trying to think of something. But yeah, okay. So
Okay, you eventually get the vent access open.
now I'm gonna get stuck in the vent and die.
That is
You're
a
probably
distinct
not going
possibility.
to die. This might be the point where he tells you that this is a normal vent. And you can't, suddenly do Mission Impossible.
Let's see. Well, I would
Don't you
notice
mean
it if it
Metal
was.
Gear Solid?
Either
I would
one.
know, and usually facilities like this have vents like this. So
It actually varies a lot. And I
It
know this
does?
because I looked up construction stuff.
I used to work
Vents like that-
construction, So
Vents like that do exist, but they are actually very rare because they're not generally considered even good.
okay, so what kind of vent are we looking at here? Chris?
You can certainly crawl into it, or attempt to.
Okay, so it's big enough for me to crawl into.
Mm-hmm. There is no way for you to close it from the other side. It's gonna be pretty obvious that someone's crawled up in there if someone turns on the light here.
Okay. There's no way to fix that at all?
Not from inside.
There has to be a way to fix that. I have 2 belts on me. Is there a way? Well, no. I don't want to use that. Okay, I'm just going to go with it. I'm shimmying through.
Shit.
Yeah. This is bad.
Killer
there's
fan
no other
blades incoming.
Not even that. But the reason this doesn't work in real life in any way is because those were not made to hold any kind of weight and thus make an extreme amount of noise.
That too. He doesn't know that though.
I'll just have to go really slow then, now won't I?
It doesn't matter. Every time you move over another one, it bends down and resounds throughout the entire building.
Okay, I want you to make 2 rolls. First, intelligence craft, to realize this is happening. Since you're not familiar necessarily with construction work, that would be probably difficulty 8, which is enough.
Okay, so I got it.
You have some idea that you might need to try and be stealthy going through these. That's what
Okay,
you get.
I don't have any stealth.
Well, that's a sad moment, isn't it? You're gonna have to roll
Sure
just
is.
dexterity. At
But I'm okay.
difficulty 7.
I'm okay.
You're probably not. You're really
Probably
not.
not. No, but if we're basing it on dice rolls, I got the dice, at least.
Okay, if you want to completely ignore any realm of reality, yeah, you're all right. Your dice rolls will save you.
Screwed. I'm perfectly aware that I'm screwed. Alright, so...
Let me just...
And you also got... There is
wait,
one
that
thing.
shouldn't have been
I do have one thing to my... I do have one thing to my defense here. Vents like this sometimes do make a lot of weird noises. And I can attest to this.
This is true, to a degree.
Yes. Yes.
It's just usually not quite this kind of noise, but it is true.
They wouldn't automatically assume somebody's in the vents.
All
They
right,
would actually go through a thought process, and probably what they would think is
you
something's...
crawl up the vent, at least a couple of stories, and you start seeing people below you working at a couple of people working at desks, looking very sleepy and bored. How would you like
Okay,
to proceed as you have made your way to the main floor, above the main floor?
Oh, and do note, you can throw my idea right out the window now. So,
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
just
screwed.
plain dead. I mean, what?
I'm dead. Is there access to the outside now?
Not that you
I
can
think-
see.
generally, most vents either just go right out to the wall, in which they're really small, or they go up to the top.
Yeah.
So you would like to make your way to essentially the utility roof building thing.
Yeah.
All right, you may proceed to do so. Give me another. Actually, give me a perception alertness thing at difficulty 7.
That's the wrong dice.
How many would you have? Well, actually, yeah, we'll roll
2.
it anyway. All right.
I did awareness. So what do I see? Or what do I know from this?
As you head up to what you assume is the exit vent, you see the edge of what appears to be a pair of jeans. Almost as if someone was standing up there, possibly pointing a gun at said exit vent.
Why would somebody be up there at the vent pointing a gun?
Because there is a massive creature going through the vents.
I might have been rolling perception things versus your vent stealth thing secretly, so yeah.
They probably would have tried to find out where it was going and then kill the animal that was big enough to somehow get in there.
Or maybe it's just tranquilizing dots, but same thing.
Undead. So
Probably would. This is kind of boonies-ish land, man. They're not using Trank Darks. So,
How would you like to proceed? That silence is fucking delicious. Let's take a break here while he thinks about how to unfucking the situation.
well, I
shall
was
we?
talking. I was talking, but it muted me again. So
Well, either way, I should split the video and think carefully about how you wish to proceed. This might be your last chance.